Okay, my hair is in check. I cannot say how this will look like. I've been doing a lot of art. I've been writing in my new book, Mentality for a Warrior. And I've been doing some new kind of training because I go to the Boulder Hall. I also stopped drinking coffee for some time now. I have stopped smoking. And I'm starting to figure out more and more how I can maintain such a space such as this and even feel good about it. And now because I'm going bouldering, I'm going to keep my socks on now. You see, this is how I practice yoga. You know, I want balance in my life. I want balance, I need balance. And to have balance, I have to be balanced on the inside, hence no coffee. Which means if I see that I have weaknesses in my body, and I cannot do what maybe other people do, I start to train. And one thing I've started to train is because I was realizing I'm missing grip strength. And so, to turn myself back into a Spartan warrior that can deal with fear and live a life that's emotionally self-responsible, I had to take back my strength from all the stuff that I was wasting it on. And so I started to do planks like this. Now this is just one way to test your strength. To just see how strong are you, how strong did you think you are. Now this is a DLSR with which I am filming this. This is not made for movie making. So I cannot say how this will look like. This is how far words can get you and looking at things. The rest is up to you. If you want strength for yourself and for the people that you know and love, and for nature, then you gotta test yourself. And for an animal, this is nothing. This is daily workout that they do. This is their meditation. We meditate on fear and hate and greed. And I think it is time to change this. I'm just one of the people advocating such a lifestyle. Look at Wim Hof. Look at what he's done. Look at what other people are doing. Look at me. Please look at me. You know, and just see what it is that you want. Now I'm just gonna go back to this place, work on my screen, and prepare my next artwork. Yeah. And that's all I can say, that's all I've seen. We're weak, we need to toughen up, and that's my way. Okay. It's like a yoga session. I just went through a hell of a night. And this is part of my workout that I started to do, and it's what gives you stability. It's what shows you the real you if you learn how to let go of all these emotions that make you heavy. And in order to let go of all these emotions that make you heavy, you have to seek strength. And so the choices that you make in your life have to be challenges for yourself to test your strength. Which means, how long can I go without coffee? How long can I go without cigarettes? How long can I go without pornography? How long can I hold my ground? What can I really do? How free can I be? What if I stopped watching movies? What if I started to read less and to seek for truth in myself? What if I was starting to listen to whatever voices I hear in myself? What if I learned how to breathe and hold my breath for extended periods of time? Last night I drank about 2 liters, 1.5 more accurate, of ceremonial cacao. And I'm just saying, this is freely available, and it's one of the strongest psychedelics you'll ever find. Most people, they think it's just cacao and they don't take it seriously. I just completely cleaned my mind with this. And I had an entire night of making art, breathing, doing exercises like this, doing like this, running on the spot, and just pushing through. And this is how I test my strength, to see how far I can go. And this, to me, would be a Saturday night. Rather than sitting around and watching a movie, I would just see, okay, how far can I get with doing planks? How far can I get with doing exercises like this? Right, what's the limit of what a human can do if I stop living the life that I have been pushed into by worshipping the industry? This is about simplicity. This is about never buying a yoga mattress. This is about never wearing yoga pants, because what they sell you as yoga is marketing. These women that do yoga and these men with those tight pants, that's just a gimmick. That's being focused on the outside and how your butt looks like, rather than how you feel when you do this. And this is what this is. This is pure strength. I come from a history of depression, misgivings about yoga and hatred, and I transformed it into something that I can live with and that can sustain itself through my entire life. And this is what I call the mentality of a warrior. And last night was basically channeled entirely into this book. So now I'm a bit more than halfway, and the rest is still coming. Yeah, I'm looking forward. So the challenge is to live in a world where people use psychedelics to get high. Then they run around and they act like they're really on top. But the truth is that they just smoked to feel like this. This is not a feeling that is stable because it's dependent on too many factors. So when we're talking about the mentality of a warrior, then this is about learning to do things out of your own strength and to be able to reproduce them. So sure, you can smoke weed and then you can experiment, because now you've been lifted out of your shame into a feeling of, oh wow, I'm super cool and I can do this. But then the struggle is to do it the next time out of your own strength and to slowly but surely stop smoking and stop using all of these things that you do on a daily basis that make you feel so powerful. And this is why I always keep coming back to, We drink coffee, we eat sugar, because we think it makes us powerful. But it's just a feeling of power while we are worshipping false gods. The God that you should worship is inside of you, and that's a feeling of open-heartedness. And then come your desires. And now you see, this is all a bit too complicated. That's why I'm writing books, because I have lots of space to fill this book with an idea. And so, sure, this to me is advertisement. I am advertising what I'm doing, and I'm showing that I can sit comfortably in such a weird position. And now I'm getting to my limits. I feel like this is tightening. But so what? You know, I'm not stupid, so I can switch. And now I'm doing the other side, and because I've trained both of them with slacklining, I can do this at any point in time, any second of any day, whether I just ate or maybe drank a beer. I choose to do this rather than just smoke and sit around and feel holy. And that's where we come to sadhana, S-A-D-H-A-N-A, which is in my tags, which is about spiritual work. That means you've got to be honest. You've got to stop smoking, because now you got to do it by yourself. Lift it with your own strength, and then figure out what it really means to be a man. Wow! Yes? You see, this is years of training. Mental training, physical training, training discipline, resolve, to keep on giving, to not be drained by social media, but to just use it to give, because you actually have something to give. Wow! So also look at your limits. This was my limit on my left foot, because I've got more strength in my right side, but I can do it like this. And just look at my life and how long it took people to acknowledge that there are things that you can do, and that there are people that show them, because that's what you have to deal with. If you see strength in another being, you will have to look at yourself and you will feel ashamed. And that's then what can motivate you. Wow, I feel so much shame. Let's move it out. Wow! Let's use this strength and build something from it instead of reinvesting into the shame. And that's the idea. You once watched porn and masturbated, and then you keep reproducing it because you are afraid to accept that you just did it, and then you keep doing it again. It's like a thief will keep stealing just to tell himself that it was good what he did. That's like Voldemort, who keeps killing because now he's done it once, and instead of suffering through the shame, he just keeps feeding into it. But that's a downward spiral. That's a downward spiral. If you keep feeding your shame, it's a downward spiral. We're working towards an upward spiral now, which is we have to live with the shame that we raped nature with the means of the industry because we were greedy for power. Now we have to work with that shame and slowly build up nature again, and that starts with your own nature, because you are a representation of nature itself. And so I am one advocate who speaks for nature, who started raising his voice. Take it serious, don't take it serious. It is happening anyway, whether you're a part of it or not. Better start now, because tomorrow you may realize that you've missed out on being true once again. And that's all I had to say. And that's what it is. Whatever. Yes. Okay. It's a strange way to celebrate life. And to me, it's a real stretch to film myself at this stage. I'm in the middle of writing, yes, and everything I learn, I channel into this book. So I'm alone, there's nobody here. I have turned off the heater, so I experience cold, and I'm getting used to it. I am starting to be warm from the inside. There's no more need to relieve myself with sudden hand movements, if you know what I mean. I have no internet in here. I have restricted data on my phone, and that's it. And now I have been building up energy in myself, and I learned to meditate and make choices from within, because there's nobody here from without that can push expectations on me. And so having built all of this content beforehand was a really good choice, my friend. Because I needed to be free from doing all of this so I can focus on writing, and so I can do something like this. Now this is called, please remember to breathe. I have been staying away from food. Now this is gonna be a tough one, which I cannot recommend you to repeat because it takes years of training. You may be better at this than I am. I cannot guarantee you that this will work. So it's not the perfect form. I think it's called a scorpion. I just discovered that I can do this. So now with the camera, of course, it's a real challenge. It's my way of doing this, okay? Okay. You see, it's too hard. So the trick is to get your head like this and then to get your feet over. You see how easily I could break my neck? You see how easily I could break my neck? So I cannot be stupid. This is advanced yoga. There's nobody here to make sure that I'm gonna survive this. You could seriously break your neck with this. I'm just saying, this is not child's play. This is not, oh yeah, I'm just gonna fiddle around. No, this is like serious, this is life or death. This is the challenge of a yogi. To learn to hold the meditative state during practices such as this. Now, if I'm alone here, it's fairly simple. If there's a camera running, then attention is being drawn away from the feeling and is being directed into the camera. So one of the major challenges of the modern world is, even if there's a camera running, to stick with how you feel about it. And now I will just try it again, maybe sideways. Like I said, this is a real threat. Cameras and phones are a real threat to humanity. There are people that make use of it to manipulate you. Free yourself of it. If there is a phone, learn to resist it. Turn it off and get back to feeling who you are without these things. I use it to show. That's different. I'm a creator, not a consumer in that sense. Okay, let's just see.
Okay, maybe talking helps. This is already the first challenge. And then... Goodness, cheating. Wow.
Okay, so that's not how you start. You start by doing this, okay? And you do this for as long as you think it's necessary. Do not start with advanced yoga, and also do not give up. If you keep on doing this and you stop smoking and you start breathing, every time it's hard, you focus on your breath. In a sense, I'm still a beginner with this. If you have nothing else to do, then take this and brush off your carpet. This is also a meditative practice, and it's much better than using a vacuum cleaner because it's using your own energy to clean something that is basically a part of yourself. Your apartment, you're important, yes. To this movement, you are important. That's what you have to understand. Everyone who learns how to meditate and stay in their own space is resisting the mob. So we have to learn how to stop worshipping fear and hatred and start getting back to the feeling that we have with it. So I'm going to try one more time. Yeah, I'm just going to see it from this side. Like I said, self-responsibility.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I cannot... You see, I already did it once, and then I decided to record it. So, this takes a lot of strength. So sometimes you have to build it up. You wait for a day, you build up the energy, and then you do it. And then you know you can do it, and then you can do it again. So, that's my way of doing it. And until then, you can just do this. I mean, you don't know how nice this is until you've been doing it, how light you become, how little weight you can have. Yes? Okay. It's cold outside, it's cold inside. So this is about, I just finished with the major part of mentality for a warrior. It's basically finished. I'm just going through it one more time. And I mean, it's a heavy, heavy topic, but sometimes I just have to start laughing. It's just like so insane. And it's like ice cold inside of here, but it's getting better if you know what to do to stay alive. I mean, you can struggle in an apartment for warmth. Earlier I slept and it was actually nice because I was just under the blanket, you know, like completely covered. And then I saw this way through, you know, what can I do to get my strength back after finishing the writing. Now I'm going through it to look for spelling mistakes or just like formatting. It's 466 pages in total. It was an intense ride, my friend. And then I made cabbage soup with spices. And, you know, it's strange that I'm doing this, but this is supposed, you know, what I'm trying to do with my life is to show you something about strength and to inspire people to do something that requires strength, such as holding a position like this for however long you can manage. And this may look really, really easy and relaxed, but what you also have to consider always is that I need to prepare myself. I need to prepare myself to do these things. And one way of preparing myself at the moment is to simply say, I have no sex. Yeah? Because at the moment I'm building my own life and I'm busy creating and I know how to do what I'm doing and that is good. Yeah, so I am testing my own strength. And one way to do this is to turn off the radiator and see, to struggle through the night, to stay warm, to see what's going to happen and to keep feeling your way through. It's a weird world, and I never thought I would be doing something like this, but this is how I can give strength to others by simply showing that I'm struggling as well in a very weird and self-inflicted way, but this is my way back to nature and maybe to one day live somewhere in a cabin without heating and just be natural like this and never be afraid of the cold or winter. So yes, it's tough, really tough. Okay, I think that's enough. But the message is, okay, we never, ever, ever give up. We never, ever, 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 ever give up. Yeah, sing how you want to sing. And then live it.